We're at Foteviken, home to the Viking Museum, and once one of the most important waters in the Danish kingdom. This bay was strategic, vital, and heavily guarded by none other than Harald Bluetooth and his army.
The Vikings, they put up runestones all over where they travel. This stone says that Björn, Stellan, and Göran put this stone in memory of all the fallen warriors in the Battle of Foteviken. And then there is 3 more words. It says Aulu, Aulu, Aulu. And Aulu means ale in old Scandinavian.
Ale, like the drink.
Like ale, yes.
Oh, now we're talking.
That means that you should pour some beer or mead or wine on top of the stone to greet the gods when you pass it. So it's like
offering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a very appropriate runestone for us to see.
The village here is a faithful reconstruction built just as the Vikings lived in the early 1000s. Step inside and it's like stepping back 1,000 years.
Out here, as you see, you could make cooking. Like soup and stews was the most common way of doing it. You have some pork and you have carrots and you have parsley and turnips, and they ate everything in the animal. And of course, if you're very rich, you could have some salt and spices too.
Yeah.
But salt was extremely expensive
Salt.
because we don't have salt in our water.
No.
So all the salt that we used was imported from the Mediterranean and so on. And
Yeah.
it costed a lot of money. Yeah.
I want to go to the tavern.
You want to go straight to the top.
So what were they drinking?
They drank ale and they drank mead. And of course they could have wine as well. But wine was of course expensive because it had to be imported. So that was not a common thing to drink. But the mead, they made mead themselves. And mead was given to us by the gods. So the highest of the gods, Odin, the father of all, he gave us the recipe for mead. He was a very curious man, and he wanted to know how it was to be dead. So he hanged himself. For 9 days and 9 nights, he hanged as a dead in a tree, upside down. And when he was on the other side, he got the recipe for mead and the runic inscriptions. So he gave that to us mankind, both the mead and the runic inscription. And he learned that when he was dead. I have a mead here made from raspberries.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
So let's try it.
So it's made with fermented honey, but then with the raspberries
Now the honey is not fermented.
Oh.
The raspberries is fermented. And then you put the honey into it and it gets it very sweet and you add to the alcohol level.
Aha. So you start by making a kind of raspberry wine almost, and then...
Kind of, yeah.
Thank you.
So
People must have enjoyed the sweetness.
the gods gave us the mead.
Yeah.
So then it's free to drink it.
Then you can go and
Yeah.
enjoy it.
So you didn't go like, we drink it on Sunday to celebrate the gods. They drank it whenever they wanted to. And if they could afford it and had it. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're in Höllviken, meeting up with Jessica at Merta's Cafe.
Hi, my name is Jessica.
She knows this place like the back of her hand, a true expert on the area's flavours and stories.
So what do you recommend us to do when we are here? What can't we miss?
The beaches.
The beaches.
Yes, absolutely.
We like beaches.
We love the
We can do
beaches.
a beach.
That's perfect for the body. Is there somewhere that will invigorate my mind or palate, something like that?
I think he's trying to get you
Anything
to
else?
recommend anything to drink.
Maybe you should go to our place.
Your place?
Yes.
And what is your place?
Höllviken's first vineyard.
You have a vineyard?
Yes.
Really?
How did that?
This is the first one,
Yes.
and it's you and
And my husband.
and your husband. When did you plant this?
last year.
Okay.
So you can't drink our own wine yet.
We can look at it.
But you can look at it.
Wow.
Wow, an invitation to visit a vineyard right here in Höllviken. I didn't see that coming, and it sounds exciting.
This is a thing I don't get to see very often, which is a brand new vineyard. Because this is, how old is this?
1 year.
1 year old.
Yes.
Johannes isn't a trained winemaker, but he knows wine. Through his agency, he's been pairing bottles with food for years. Now, he's setting his sights on something bigger, a fully fledged vineyard of his own.
When I bought this, everybody say you're mad. And it was only the old house.
But how have you learnt about making wine? I mean, is it totally trial and error?
Learn, I don't know, it's so much more work than I ever imagined.
So it's a project of instinct and
A
feeling.
lot of instincts only.
Not logic and...
No, there's no logic here.
Is this a hobby for you, or is this a commercial...
Hobby, only hobby, but hopefully we can do something nice about it.
You don't strike me as the person who would end at a hobby. I mean, I get the feeling you sort of take things on.
Yeah, that's his problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it's a hobby. It's a hobby, but can we do something nice about it and share it? Then it succeeds. Hopefully, somebody will like it, or my sons, or I don't know.
The thing that's in my head is, with wine, you want to try something new, but the problem is that finding out whether or not it was a good idea takes you about 40 years. I very much hope it's an amazing success, because I'm glad people are mad enough to do this sort of thing. It's not a small project.
No, it gets bigger than I thought it's going to be. But it always does with me and Jessica.
And this is going to be winery and
For
visitor.
visitors, yes.
It's going to be glorious. If you're inspired, it's fun, but it's also slightly scary. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I bring you some wine.
Thank you very much. The floor is unusual. I've never stood on a
Sorry
floor
that I
like
laughed.
this.
It was. I remember all the job we had.
Well, does this bring back sort of PTSD of remembering?
It took 8 months.
8 months to make this floor.
Jessica, that you met, she
Yes.
sent me a Pinterest picture. She said, "I want something like this," and then it started.
And then it started.
Yeah.
I've never seen a floor like
I've seen something, but not maybe this size.
No.
Stupid size.
this. Stupid size. Do you ever feel you take on challenges that are a bit too big?
How difficult can it get?
Yeah.
Like that?
You don't want reality to get in the way of your dreams.
No, it's very bad combination.
But then you create something magical.
So hopefully it will be a dream.
It will be. It is already a dream. You're living the dream.
Thank you.
What are you going to tell me about now?
What do you think about talking about temperature?
Oh my goodness. oh, it's so important.
Yes.
My gut feel is on the whole reds are too warm and whites are too cold.
Yes, and that's normally the issue. But a simple trick to do at home for you to learn. You do it?
We shall do it. What, the 2020
the 2020 thing.
And funnily enough, there's some friends of mine, Peter and Susie, and I think they were among the earliest people I heard about this. So your white wine
Yes.
should come out of the fridge 20 minutes before you serve it.
20 minutes.
My red wine should go into the fridge 20 minutes before I serve it. That way, white wines aren't as cold as they sometimes are, and red wines are a bit cooler. They're not as hot as they sometimes are. And on the whole, they're much better that way.
So that's the simple rule.
Very straightforward. Don't need a thermometer. Just 20 minutes.